So I want to take a few minutes and talk about YouTube. It seems in the latest controversy, Google has decided to step in and increase the requirements to be part of their partner program in order to receive revenue. So, um, personally, this doesn't affect me at all because I make no money from YouTube at all. I was nowhere close to their previous requirements, and with the latest changes, um, I'm even further away. So this rant is totally unsolicited, and like I said, I'm making no money. I have no Patreon supporters. I have no donators. So this is just strictly my own personal opinion. So anyway, so it looks like Google and YouTube, in their infinite wisdom, due to the latest controversies of whoever YouTuber that went to Japan and showed a dead body and whatever, decided that the best way to appeal to their advertisers' concerns is to restrict the new guys. Um, Not the old guys that are ones that are causing all the problems, the ones that already have millions of subscribers, but all the new guys that are saying, okay, we know, um, how to do things properly, um, but we're gonna punish those guys. Um, and like I said, this doesn't affect me, but uh, one person that it does affect is my son, who is an aspiring YouTuber. He's been working on this for the past couple of years now. He just hit the previous milestone in order to do monetization. But now with this latest change, he's literally screwed. I mean, he does, live streams. He does a little bit of um, vlogging. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing controversial. But yet now he's being punished um, simply because somebody else wanted to act up. So let's get this one thing straight, okay? Google, YouTube, uh, they're not a technology company. They're an advertising company. If you look at their annual reports, they make billions of dollars from advertisers. This has been ever since, in the late 90s when they made their search engine in order to attract advertisers. Um, and have moved on to bigger and better things, from the Android platform basically just grabs information for advertisers. All they've done in their years of generating products is to provide information to advertisers. So largely enough, I mean their whole revenue stream is based off of advertisers providing information, finding new ways to provide information to advertisers and how advertisers can maximize their money. Where in the old days, where advertisers would, spend billions of dollars on commercials and hopefully, a handful of people will respond. Now, if you haven't noticed, you're having a lot more dynamic advertising where if you go to a website now, just to do a little bit of shopping or even just to browse, all of a sudden, a day or two later when you're on the web and you see the ads are showing the sites you were just on, or other things that might attract you. Um, there are other products, while quote unquote cool, they don't really didn't know what they were doing and they didn't work. Uh, Google Glass was a failure. Um, the Chromecast, that was a joke. I bought one when it first came out, didn't really work. And, they have different versions out there. Their Google TV didn't really do anything. So as a technology quote product company, they're kind of more hit and miss. Their bread and butter is the advertisers, and so they're gonna uh, kowtow to advertisers' demands. So with that, it goes to my other point. Um, with these changes affecting newer YouTubers, such as myself and my son and others, I am pretty much 100% sure that advertisers could give a good golly fart on what I say and what I show simply because nobody watches. Within a good week, I might get 10 viewers, 20 viewers. Advertisers, guess what? Advertisers don't care. Um, it's when it gets into the millions and 2 or 3 millions. Those are the ones that Google needs to look after, not folks like me. So Google aiming at the little guys does nothing. It creates no change. It's a knee jerk reaction that affects the little guy. Like I said, I make no money. I do this just for the fun of it. I like to throw my opinion out there from time to time. Um, I'm starting to get a little bit more and more into it, doing movie reviews, live stream gaming reviews. And this year you'll probably see a lot more content from me. But like I said, I'm doing this for free. I have a full time job. That's where I make all my money. And that's how I pay my bills. So this does absolutely nothing for me. Uh, YouTube, Google, you really need to go after those that are the ones that are causing the problem. Um, and you have to do this with a little bit of common sense. And I know that's a term that isn't the best of terms because I hated it growing up as a child. Uh, but you have to kind of use a little bit of common sense. Uh, Granted, the guy that showed a video of a dead person on the screen wasn't the best of choices. Um, but this is where you have to sit down with the advertisers and work with them hand in hand and go, okay, what do you want to see and what do you not want to see on our thing? Because YouTube shows everything. Um, just the other day, I was watching a cable channel that's been around forever, um, and they were showing, it was late at night, but they were showing all kind of graphic TNA and sexual positions and all that kind of stuff. And this was on cable, a very well known cable channel, um, showing TNA and everything, and uh, they had commercials for that. So I mean, there are advertisers that have no problem with this kind of stuff. Um, so it just makes no sense why advertisers are having a problem with these kind of things when these kind of things have been around forever. Showing a dead body, we've had dead bodies on TV for years. I mean, half your TV shows are NCIS, CSI, murder, blah blah blah, detective. I mean, you're gonna tell me advertisers are shying away for them? No. So, this makes no sense. Is this one advertiser, um, or a handful of advertisers? Uh, this is making literally no sense whatsoever. Um, so there needs to be some type of consensus between the advertisers um, and YouTube. And granted, YouTube makes very little money overall for Google. I mean, Google makes a gazillion dollars a year. YouTube is a very small part of that. So I'm under the impression that there's only a handful of advertisers for Google simply because whenever I watch YouTube, I see the same commercials over and over. So you might have one or two advertisers that are throwing a big stink. And this might be the perfect opportunity for YouTube to stand up to those advertisers and say, hey, this is what we are. This is what we do. If you don't like it, take your business somewhere else. I highly doubt they're going to do that, like I said, because Google's an advertising company. But with the amount of people that watch YouTube uh, on a daily, hourly, minute basis, um, I mean, and this is me going onto the rant here. Some of your most popular videos show, questionable content. Some of your, music videos show questionable content. Um, Anything can be considered questionable content once you if you really think about it. I mean, it's not going to be a plain vanilla family friendly. Not everything is like that. So what's going on here really, really, really makes no sense. So I think um, YouTube and Google needs to stop doing knee-jerk reactions. Make a stand and say, okay, we support our creators, uh, and we need to work with the advertisers. I'm pretty sure in that, and granted, there are some outliers out there that want to promote hate and stupidity and out there, and those are the ones that need to be handled accordingly. But that there shouldn't be an overall, sweeping rules and okay, we're going to punish everybody. So anyway, that's my rant. I've already hit, almost the 11-minute mark. I can keep going on this for ad infinitum. Um, so in the end, YouTube, get your shit together. Anyway, this is Grumpy D with my 2 cents signing out. Peace.